Georgetown, Pulau Pinang, menjijikkan, kotor.
It's time to get out of Malaysia, and we are extremely happy.
Friendly. All the buildings are dilapidated.
Sorry, girl, I gotta go. Yeah, you know this ain't the old me. Try to keep it on the low.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo guys, jumpa lagi di ARIAN M Channel. Oke, buat teman-teman yang klik video ini, mudah-mudahan kabarnya selalu sehat. Dan jangan lupa dukung channel ini dengan cara like juga subscribe. Oke, di kesempatan kali ini saya mau reaksi sebuah video di mana ada orang Malaysia, Koya, atas pernyataan bule yang datang ke Malaysia. Katanya bule ini mengatakan Malaysia menjijikkan dan mereka tak akan datang lagi. Jelas ini membuat koyak orang Malaysia bagi yang menonton pernyataan video bule tersebut. Oke, seperti apa videonya? Sebelum kita berkomentar, kita akan lihat dulu.
Georgetown, Pulau Pinang, menjijikkan, kotor. Orang pun tak mesra. Hai semua, selamat datang ke Balas Klasik. Terima kasih kerana datang ke sini dan harap semua sehat-sehat ya. Okey, hari ini kita nak cerita tentang apa sepasang YouTuber yang masuk Malaysia dan mereka telah pergi ke Georgetown, Ipoh dan Kuala Lumpur. Semasa di Georgetown, mereka kata Georgetown ni kotor, orang tak mesra. Dan mereka juga menggunakan perkataan seperti disgusting. Disgusting tu bermakna menjijikkan lah. Dan dia kata apa ni, di sana di Georgetown tu dia orang nampak banyak burung merpati ni dan najis-najis burung merpati, dan bila hari hujan kotor sangat. Dan bangunan-bangunan di Georgetown ni pun dia kata sudah usang. Lepas tu mereka pun datang sini di Ipoh. Bila di Ipoh dia kata okeylah, Ipoh ni nampak cantik pasal dia ada landscape yang cantik, ada alam semula jadi yang cantik, gunung danang dan sebagainya. Dan dia kata orang-orang di Ipoh ni okey, mesra juga. Makanan pun okey juga. Okey, mereka juga dapat pengalaman yang tidak bagus di Ipoh, iaitu dia kata ada seorang lelaki yang berpakaian tidak senonoh dan juga berkelakuan tidak senonoh. Okey, itulah yang kita nak ceritakan pada hari ini tentang sepasang YouTuber ni. Lepas kita tengok video ni, saya datang ceritakan balik apa yang terjadi di KL pula.
I don't even have words.
Ini ya, YouTubernya ya.
Nothing is signed. Staff is super unhelpful. None of the machines work. I'm fuming. Like, it's just not cool. Food in Malaysia has been not great, to be honest.
Yeah, it's given us the
Let me just start off by saying Malaysian Borneo, absolutely beautiful. So Penang, very honestly and very bluntly, is disgusting. It's
Malaysia
dirty.
Borneo
People
bagus.
are unfriendly. All the buildings are dilapidated.
Pulau
It's
Pinang
not charming.
menjijikkan.
Like, people say, oh, it's old school charming. It's really not. It's just disgusting.
It's time to get out of Malaysia, and we are extremely happy.
Yeah, I'm keen to leave.
Yeah,
Senang
me
keluar
too.
dari Malaysia
so we're,
katanya.
Catching a flight today at 1 o'clock from KL International Airport to Siem Reap in Cambodia, and we are beyond excited.
Oh, so excited to go back to Siem Reap.
Back to Siem Reap, a place we know and love, and to be honest, to get out of mainland Malaysia, because we have not had a particularly good time at all. We really enjoyed Borneo, Kuching, but other than that, yeah, wouldn't rate it.
Sukanya Malaysianya
It's hard to
Borneo.
put your finger on exactly why, but I think as the video goes
Mungkin
along,
lebih alami.
kind of talk about each specific area that we went to, and just some like negatives and positives about each. But yeah, we're not in a rush to come back to Malaysia at all. Yeah.
Akan balik ke Malaysia
not at all.
katanya.
But after some no assistance from some very unhelpful staff working for AirAsia, we have managed to find a machine that will print a bag tag for our baggage, and we are now in the line to kind of expect something else to go wrong. We used 3 machines, one of them worked, so that's a 33% success rate from what we tried, so that's pretty piss poor. And
I'm fuming, like, I'm just so mad right now, I don't even have words.
It's such a new airport, but
It's actually a shit show, like nothing is signed, staff is super unhelpful, none of the machines work, I'm just I'm fuming, like it's just not cool. Sort your shit out, Malaysia.
Bule ini mungkin standarnya tinggi mungkin.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better. At the end of the day, we will be in a country that we love, in a city that we love, surrounded by people that we love. Always thinking, hey, look at that. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, we made it. We are in our accommodation, our rental for 1 month in Siam Reap, and we are so bloody happy about it.
So happy.
Yeah, we just wanted to kind of fill you guys in and just go step by step of what was our issue, I guess, with certain parts of Malaysia and just as a whole.
Yeah, definitely.
As a whole.
Let me just start off by saying Malaysian Borneo, absolutely beautiful. So impressed by Malaysian
Dia
Borneo.
malah memuji
100% will be
Borneo.
back to Borneo. It was just such a vibe. We loved it there.
It's like a different country.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. Like the landscape's beautiful, the people are beautiful, the food's beautiful. Like everything about it was just really good. We loved it. So definitely we'll be back to Malaysian Borneo. Peninsular Malaysia, we will not be back.
We started off in
Semenanjung Malaysia, kita tak akan datang lagi katanya.
First impressions were awful. Had a culture shock, I guess.
Bermula dari
to
Pulau
start.
Pinang.
Yeah.
Coming from Thailand, everyone's so they're a lot more, I guess, open and I don't know.
Just welcoming. They make
Yeah.
you feel like you're wanted. You don't walk into a shopping centre and they look right through you and pretend you don't exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Penang, very honestly and very bluntly, is disgusting. It's dirty. The people are unfriendly. There's pigeons absolutely everywhere, and the pigeons shit on everything. And the pigeon shit then gets wet because it rains. So there's just like wet pigeon shit absolutely everywhere, and it's just disgusting. Like, I don't know how else to explain Penang, but all the buildings are dilapidated. It's not charming. Like, people say, oh, it's old school charming. It's really not. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, and we were just in that old town because you just get a vibe from a place, and we just didn't like what we were experiencing, so we moved on. But we were just in that area there, and from what we saw, it was it wasn't old school charm, it was old school shit, to be frank with you. But yeah, so we went across to Butterworth, and the people were a lot nicer over there. The area was it was okay.
Not very walkable, but
As a whole in Malaysia, it seemed to be. But yeah, like that wasn't too bad. Butterworth, we were just there for one night. People were amazing. Really interacted with some great people.
Yeah.
Supermarkets, restaurants, and that was nice. Gave us a bit of hope.
yep, for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, and then down to Ipoh
Yeah.
in Perak State.
And Ipoh was... We liked Ipoh. I would go back to Ipoh if
Yep.
I could avoid the rest of Peninsular Malaysia
Yep.
at the same time. But like the thing that redeems Ipoh is the people are lovely, the food's good. Like you guys obviously only see a little bit of like what we eat, but every day we're eating like breakfast, lunch and dinner, and the things that we did eat in Ipoh were just excellent. Like just overall Ipoh, and Ipoh's in nature as well. So it's just very beautiful because you've got mountains surrounding you. It's like a 15-minute drive to go to like a cave temple or like whatever. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You've got that beautiful nature side of Malaysia, which we really like. And then you've also got like the city with the foodie culture, all that sort of stuff as well. But in saying that, Ipoh is still really
Ipoh
dirty
kotor
and
dan
disgusting.
menjijikan ya.
Yeah, the city as well is I don't know, it was pretty much on par with Georgetown, that old town that we were in. It was, yeah, I don't know, it's a lot easier to kind of look past those things when the people are nice and the food is nice. So, but at the end of the day, it was very similar, run down, and yeah, it really needs do some renovations on that place.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame because it's like everything else is so beautiful about it. The limestone caves around and just the mountains, formed around. It's just beautiful. But yeah, in terms of the city, it was very similar, quite similar in architecture and quite similar in how rundown it was.
Yeah, for sure. And when I say it was disgusting as well, I'm not exaggerating. Like, there was a homeless man, that's another thing. There is homeless people absolutely everywhere in Georgetown and in Ipoh. And it's just really sad. And there's just like nothing really seems to be happening about it. But when we were in Ipoh, there was a homeless man and he got his genitals out in front of us and literally just started peeing into a gutter. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how disgusting it is. Like,
Yeah, it was just, and it was like there was a main road there, and he just whipped it out. He just, instead of turning away from it like a normal human being would, he was just like, yeah, I'll just piss, and people are driving past, which is a bit confronting. It's just weird. And it's you know, there's obviously an issue there with homelessness in Malaysia in general, because we did see it in Kuala Lumpur as well. So from Ipoh, then we went down to Kuala Lumpur.
Di KL pula macam mana? Mengikut cerita dia kata KL ni tak ada apa nak dibanggakan. Kotanya nampak macam kota-kota di negara-negara barat sedikit. Ada juga macam di Sydney, Australia. Dan dia kata dia orang jatuh sakit sebab makan makanan segera macam 5 kali ataupun 5 hari seminggu. Dia makan makanan segera dan mereka jerit-jerit dan sakit, dan makanan Malaysia sama sekali tak sesuai untuk mereka. Mereka tak suka bangunan-bangunan tinggi, dan mereka kata mengarut lah kalau nak pergi tengok apa Petronas Twin Tower yang atas tu, dia orang charge macam RM100, iaitu macam $30 Aussie. Dia kata mengarut, tak payahlah pergi tengok dari atas tu. Dia orang lebih suka bangunan-bangunan yang rendah, dan mereka suka jalan kaki aja pergi mana-mana. Walaupun ada train ke bas ke, mereka tak suka. Macam mana ya, dia orang ni semua dia tak suka. Jadi apa yang dia suka ya? Jom kita dengar.
And it's a big city. It's a lot more of a Western city, more akin to Sydney, especially in the like CBD and the main areas, the built-up areas. A lot more like Sydney as opposed to Bangkok, which. Yeah, it was pretty blah, wasn't it?
yeah, it just didn't really wow us. Like, it was just uninteresting. We just were like, what is there to do here? Like, there's
big. They got skyscrapers. It's like 6. So there's some very, very tall buildings. Cool. Like, it's cool to look at, but to go up the Petronas Towers, it was just about 100 ringgit each. So that's like $30 Australian, a bit more. Which is like, that's bullshit. I mean,
to go up a tower. Like,
yeah, just to get a viewpoint. It's like, yeah, cool. And yeah, not very walkable again. Does have quite good public transport in terms of trains, but for us, we do enjoy walking around a lot. That way, if you see something you want to look at, you can just stop and go in there immediately. You don't have to, you know, come back to it from your bus or your train or your monorail or whatever you're taking. But yeah, KL, like, it had some cool things in there, but it was very boring, and I'm not a big fan of big cities in the first place.
Walaupun kota besar tapi membosankan
Didn't
katanya.
change my mind.
just boring, and there's no culture there, to be honest. Like, it's just, there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
it's just very meh.
Yeah, it was. There was some pretty rundown areas there, which is fair enough. It's like that in every city, but yeah, for those kind of things, there wasn't really a redeeming factor for us in Kuala Lumpur. So it was good to say that we've seen the capital, but we will not be. We don't plan on going back there at all.
Yeah, especially after the airport debacle today. Like,
Yeah, we'll
just
get
big
to that.
no. Yeah.
Oh, we've already had
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was a shit show.
Yeah.
KL Terminal 2. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Because
Yeah.
it's a shit airport.
It
It's a
is.
shit
Sebab
terminal.
teruk.
It's disgustingly bad. Whoever designed that, you've done a shit job. I hate ya.
Minal yang menjijikkan.
Not to be too dramatic, but yeah, not a big fan. Didn't do it for us. But You know, there are other places. There's a whole east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. There is like places like Malacca, which I've heard are good, but I've also heard that Kuala Lumpur and Georgetown were good, and they were shit. So yeah, it is a very polarizing country that we've seen in terms of the feedback from a lot of different travellers. And we went in there thinking, oh, okay. Usually when something's kind of polarizing, we find it good.
Yeah, we find we like things that are black and white like that, but
this is probably the first time that we've been to a place that's black and white and we've gone, yeah, it's definitely...
We don't like it. So one last negative about Malaysia is the food. We have really struggled with the food here.
Susah untuk kita, makanannya nggak cocok.
In Cambodia, but we have really struggled with Malaysian food. We got sick, both of us. So I think we did talk about this earlier in the video, but for whatever reason, we've both had like gastrointestinal issues since being here. Not vomiting, we've had diarrhea pretty much the whole entire 3 weeks we've been in Malaysia.
Had the shits, yeah.
Yeah, legit. And it's just like, we've been eating fast food as well to try and like combat eating in dirty food restaurants, but it just gets too much. Like, it's just not good. We hate eating fast food as it is. It's just the fast food's a treat. You don't want to be having it like 4 or 5 times a week. Like, I don't enjoy that. Yeah, the food hygiene. If you want to get like food that's, you know, at the cheaper end, which you can get it in Thailand on the cheaper end.
Thailand tidak
We've
masalah.
never had an issue.
Dia orang suka di Kuching Sarawak, dia orang kata makanan sedap, orang pun baik, mesra sangat. Tapi di Kuala Lumpur tak macam tu. Dia rasalah macam bangsa Melayu, Cina dan India ni dia tak bercampur. Dia kata dia tak suka budaya. Kalau ada foreigner datang pun dia orang tak kisah. Jadi dia kata kalau awak orang suka, itu orang punya pasal lah. Tapi kita orang tak suka, dia kata macam tu. Budaya kita dia orang tak suka. Pun dia orang kata kalau vlogger yang datang dari negara barat masuk Malaysia ni, ramai lagi cakap, oh Malaysia best, number 1, first class, world class. Tapi dia orang datang sendiri tengok, dia kata tak ada apa nak dibanggakan. Dan mereka ni yang buat vlog ni, dia sajalah nak dapat view, dia nak dapat sokongan daripada...
Oke teman-teman ya, demikian satu buah video. Ada satu pernyataan YouTuber luar ataupun bule yang datang ke Malaysia yang bikin koyak orang Malaysia. Bagaimana tidak? Penilaian bule ini benar-benar kalau kita menyimak video tadi, ini benar-benar menyakitkan orang Malaysia. Malaysia menjijikkan, kotor dan tak akan kembali lagi. Jadi penilaian dari orang luar ini standarnya bukan lagi seperti Malaysia. Jadi penilaian dari YouTuber ataupun bule ini standarnya jelas seperti di Eropa. Jadi mereka memandang seperti Malaysia dengan keadaan seperti itu, dia menilai hal itu sesuatu yang mungkin tidak layak ataupun menjijikkan. Yang jelas dimanapun negara maju ataupun negara berkembang, semua itu mempunyai sisi kelemahan, sisi kekurangan. Mungkin apa yang dikatakan oleh bule ini, bagi dia ini adalah sisi kekurangan dari Malaysia. Kita juga tidak bisa menyalahkan bule ini, mungkin standarnya udah beda. Oke teman-teman ya, demikian satu buah video. Dan bagaimana menurut teman-teman? Silakan teman-teman bisa berkomentar. Dan jangan lupa like juga subscribe. Terima kasih dan wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.